The story of Krazy Joe was torn from yesterday's headlines, and it's as terrifying as tomorrow's.
Good morning. Welcome back to Krazy Joe's Concession Stand. If you didn't catch the review I did for the Thunderbolts, we're doing two movies tonight. I did a review of the Thunderbolts, and we are now checking out The Surfer, starring Nicolas Cage. Back-to-back movies. Here it is. The Surfer just got out of Thunderbolts. Now we're going to check out The Surfer. I don't know much about this. I did see a trailer. Looks kind of John Wicky, like some people steal his surfboard and he goes crazy. I don't know. We're going to check it out. And it looks like it's going to be a private screening. Let's head to the back row. Always the back row.
It's all good. So we were going to talk about a movie, you were saying.
Yes, we're going to discuss a little movie that I saw about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you, I've been avoiding doing a review. It's not that I don't want to do a review of the movie. I've always intended to do a review of the film, but I put it off for over a week because it's not the easiest movie to explain. It's a little bit of an odd film. The movie's The Surfer with Nicolas Cage. You saw it today. I saw it about a week ago.
Saw it in a lonely theater. It was just me and my girlfriend, so we were able to even talk during the movie in certain scenes and stuff, trying to like dissect it more or less live on there. It was a lot of fun. I pretty much partied in that theater.
Yeah, and I saw it.
Jockeyed.
There was only one other person in my theater too. Some other dude sitting a few rows ahead of me.
I love that. I went super early just for that. I was like hoping. I was like, "There's no."
Well, it depends. Sometimes it's fun to have a full theater. Like I know.
Oh, sure. No, but for this movie, I knew because these are like festival movies and stuff. So it's like, and the minute you said, "Oh, it's a little weird," I was like, "Oh, definitely, I need to see this."
Well, let's start off with I told you privately the other day that I thought that this was similar to a movie you and I both loved last year. I saw the TV Glow.
Okay.
And I said it because I saw the TV Glow. I think there's no two ways about it. It was a very divisive film. You liked it or you did not like it. There was no in between. It was kind of weird. It was kind of a like a fever dream of a film. And I feel that this is also kind of a fever dream of a film, and it doesn't give you
This is a sunstroke of a film.
Yeah. It doesn't give you a lot of definitive answers. So I see this being a film that's going to turn off a lot of people.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I enjoyed it. Not as much as TV Glow. I like that better. But I did ultimately enjoy it. But I cannot recommend this film for everybody. This is going to be you're in it or you're not.
Yeah. First things first, what the film is about. Do you want to try, Joe?
All right. Well, first of all, let me give you an idea of what I thought the film was going to be based on the trailer. Okay. I thought we were looking at a John Wick style film.
A revenge film.
The trailer shows us a guy and his son go to a beach and they kind of get picked on by the locals and they steal his father's surfboard that was in his family for years. The father left it to him. They take it, they hang it up over their shop. They're like, that's our surfboard. And I thought we were looking at like this John Wick style film where the guy fights back and
a revenge film.
Yeah, he's on a quest to get his surfboard back. That is not even remotely what this film is.
Yeah, and let me just say, he did it to us again. Nicolas Cage kind of pulled this move before with the amazing, underrated, underseen film called Pig, where they make it seem like
Pig.
His pig gets kidnapped. The trailer shows us his pig gets kidnapped, and he's on it. The trailer makes it seem like he's on a quest of revenge. It's a very actually thoughtful, meditative, beautiful movie that's nowhere near what the trailer made it out to be. And he did it again in a way with this one. I kind of agree with Joe, where, well, I do think it did provide what the trailer was offering. It did provide like the setup, right? Of like, this guy's taking his son, he's dealing with to this beach. In the movie, you find out he's also he's trying to get this house that he grew up in.
Yes.
He's Nicholas Cage.
In Australia. He's an American, but
he's an American.
He lived in Australia until his dad died, and then they moved to America.
Yes, and he lost his accent. He lost all this stuff, and he just wants the house back. And he's been the movie throughout the whole film. He's trying to get his broker to get the money together to get that house, and the house is right there in view, and the whole movie takes place in this beach and beach parking lot.
Yeah,
the whole entire film.
If I could just take one, I don't want to tangent us too far here, but I do just want to point this out. James Borland is saying, funny enough, I saw the TV Glow tonight. It's a great movie about nostalgia and how it can affect some people. Now, this is part of the reason I saw the TV Glow, because that it is a film that's very much open to interpretation. That is not how I took the film. I know that's not what the director was trying to say, because I've read interviews, but I love the fact that this movie affects people in different ways and people take different things from it. Like, I think it's not what I saw in it, but I think that's very valid. I don't know. So,
I think there's lots of like sub themes, and I could totally see that sort of being contextualized in there for certain parts I saw. So I think it's a valid thing. But James, I think what Joe's trying to say is, like, if you look deeper into the film, there's so many like avenues where it takes you in terms of like what the metaphors and all these different like theories and ideas that are very wonderful. It's not, it goes beyond that, but that's a theme that's in there too.
That's the strength of the film. Like, everybody comes away with something different from it. And I don't know, but I don't want to tangent on TV Glow. We talked about that movie so much last year, but
we did.
Yeah, so he comes to this beach to buy the house, and he has a conflict with the leader of this surfer gang on the beach, who is played by Julian McMahon. You know, just as we're about to get a new Doctor Doom with Robert Downey Jr., Julian McMahon's the guy who played Doctor Doom in the previous Fantastic Four films.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay actor. I don't have anything against him, but I didn't think he was a very good Doctor Doom. But he makes it clear that outsiders are not welcome on this beach.
Yes.
And you know, kind of beats him up. You know, it's like, if you're not local, you're not allowed on our beach.
Yeah, and he's not the only one too. There's other examples of them pretty much being very toxic and then escalating to violent to anyone that's not a local. It's demonstrated again in the film that I won't get to the specifics of. But I found it to be a very interesting, awesome setup, and the style of it, the editing and all that was like the cinematography was magical. That's the first thing I'll say. It's that the music is almost inspired by like 70s style. I want to say like fantasy. Like there was a certain I don't know what to call it. This light angelic type of music that was going on. Again, because they're showing this whole perspective, and Nicolas Cage actually has a very kind of touching monologue of what the surfing means to him. It's very early. It's like the opening monologue. So you get a perspective very early of how much surfing and how much he wants to show his son. Like, he has this all mapped out, right? This minor spoilers. It's just the beginning.
Nicolas Cage isn't even ever given a name. Like, he's just the surfer. The credits just list him as the surfer. We never find out this character's name.
Yeah. So the way he sets this up is that he's buying this house. He takes his son in, and he wants to show his son the house because it looks perfect when you're surfing in this certain area that he's not allowed to do, which is the setup. Where the movie goes from there is very interesting. That's where it diverts from what you think is going to be the classic, kind of like Straw Dogs. I would say not so much John Wick, but something like Straw Dogs, where it's like the average man is taken to extremes. And then, you don't know like how hard you'd go to protect your family, that type of thing. It doesn't really go that way. It kind of does, but it subverts it and it goes another avenue. And minor spoilers, but he meets a homeless man that is also involved that lives in the parking lot, and you start seeing some similarities and some themes being brought up in this film, and it's a very difficult film to decipher outside of its obvious metaphors. Again, like these, what Nicolas Cage ends up finding out is that these surfer dudes are actually like this almost a self-help get well kind of with a red pillish tinge men's group, right?
Well,
So I think the movie then becomes this commentary on toxic masculinity.
well, I also I don't I don't want to give spoilers away, but I think one of the interesting things about this film is it leaves you guessing as to what is true and what isn't true.
Mm-hmm.
There are moments where things presented to us, they may not be as they seem. Like from one moment, it may seem one way, then the narrative shifts and it's another way. And you're kind of left with which of them is real? Which of them is real? Is Nicolas Cage going crazy? Is he losing his mind? Is some of this stuff actually happening to him?
Yeah.
Or is it in his head? And it doesn't give you all the answers. And I think that's going to frustrate a lot of people. Butts Unplugged asked, do you recommend the movie? It's hard for me to say because this is going to be a divisive film.
I think if you like Nicolas Cage's weirdo movies, like something like Mandy, which I loved, and another one I liked recently was Dream Scenario, I think you will if you dig that type of, because one of the things that's awesome is that Nicolas Cage gets to be a character and then still do his Nicolas Cage thing, but it's in the service of the story and the character where he gets to essentially go mad, go crazy, and you feel it, and the way this is done I thought was very, very cool, interesting. I thought it was great filmmaking throughout, and just being all held together from Nicolas Cage, being like who he is, a force of nature. And I think this movie, he's awesome in this because he gets to not just be level 11 Nicolas Cage all the time. It's kind of like a gradual thing, but you kind of feel it. Like the way that goes with the meta, like with the themes it's dealing with, I thought was very, very well done. I think this movie I highly recommend it if you're into like the weirdo Nick Cage arc that he's had recently. I think it's been phenomenal, where it's almost like he's been embracing the meme a little bit of who he is in terms of how people, at least his perception, public perception, and then making these artistic movies through that. And I think this is definitely one of them.
My recommendation is, if this movie sounds interesting to you, by all means watch it. I can't guarantee you're going to like it because, well, you can't make that guarantee with any movie. But this one especially is going to divide people, but you're not going to know until you see it. And I think if this sounds interesting, give it a shot. To answer Lisa, she asks, is it filmed in Venice, California? It was not. It was actually shot in Western Australia.
Yeah, it felt Australian.
Yeah.
The ocean itself was like this particular blue that was gorgeous. I really liked it.
It's an interesting film, though. I mean, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yep.
I don't know how much rewatchability this film's going to have.
If you like to decipher, like these are for like the Donnie Darko fans out there that like rewatch and try to decipher and theory and
like
stuff.
Donnie Darko. I think this is a much better film than Donnie Darko.
Sure. No, but I think I'm going to do a spoiler stream with my girlfriend because she was very interested in it, like in terms of like what it all means and all the metaphors and each individual scene. So I definitely want to talk to her with everything that happens in the movie, be able to, get into it. Yeah, Pop would be into it probably. Pop, you'd probably be into this one for sure.
So there you go, The Surfer. It's playing now. Do we have anything else we want to add while keeping it spoiler free? Or I shot an in the theater portion, so I'm going to clip this out and combine it with my in the theater portion that I shot.
No, I recommend it. I think I recommend it. It's different. It's really cool. It's a very interesting survival movie on top of everything, but it's like it's this guy's almost his choice to make it a survival movie. It's a very interesting movie, and it's not going to be an action movie at all. Just that's the only thing. If you're expecting that, do not expect that. This is a drama thriller. It's very stylized, and then also in your face. It kind of has a little bit of that substance vibe when some character actions are very over the top, you know. But then I think it all goes very well with the themes and metaphors that I'll love to jump into when I do my spoiler stream.
All right. So there you go. And it's playing now. Everybody says they want original films, less remakes, less sequels. You want original.
This is original as hell.
Go support something original, because we're going to get that, later on in the stream. I put as a topic something. Well, I don't want to spoil it till we get to that, but yeah, people say they want things, so go see them if that's really what you want.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open it, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. I know we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.